Hello everyone, it's Dio from Firm But Fair Gaming bringing you another Diablo 3 video. Today I'll be showing you a 4-man 150 from the Crusader point of view. First I wanted to just take you through my build. So I am the RGK, so I am wearing the Valor set. So this is the shotgun, so it's the Heaven's Fury. I'm wearing 6-piece with the Ring of Royal Grandeur, so increased damage with Fist of the Heavens and Heaven's Fury by 20,000%. And basically, I just kill the Guardian. So the Barb is going to stun on my Holy rotation, and then I'm going to just Heaven's Fury, and it's going to sound like a shotgun going off, and it's just going to chunk away the RG's health. I should be able to kill him in about a minute 15 or less without a pylon. With a power pylon, about 30-35 seconds, and with a speed pylon, around a minute, give or take. So the build uses Traveler's Pledge and the Compass Rose for additional damage. Here's my COE that I'm using. And my flail is not that great. Just quickly get into the actual build. So I got Fissure, which helps give me damage reduction, as well as stack Stricken stacks on the RG. Heaven's Fury with Fires of the Heaven, the shotgun. Steed Charge with Drawn Quarter, so this helps me drag mobs when I'm making stacks for the trash killer in the group. Iron Skin with Flash, so this is again for defensive, so it absorbs damage as well as lets me pass through mobs when my steed is down. Laws of Valor with Unstoppable Force, attack speed, damage reduction, and then Akrat's Champion with Profit. There are some builds that used Hasteful for increased attack speed. I personally am not at that yet. I'm still a little bit squishy. At the time of this video, I was only 3,700 Paragon. Now I'm 46. So I was using Profit. And of course, we're using Finery, Heavenly Strength, Indestructible for the second life, and then Long Arm of the Law. And that's the build. So let's quickly just jump into a video here. So here's the video. Here we go. So basically, we had been fishing for a little while here, and we had run into the small hell rift here a couple times, and usually we just bailed out, but we had just got it on the time before, and we decided that we're just going to run through to see what the second map is. So we got a bit of trash here, so we're going to stack it all up. So there I am. There's where Drawn Quarter comes in handy on the steed, just dragging this over for the trash killer. Stacking it up, we're going to do a couple rotations there and blow it up. So there, that's all stacked. I'm going to drag back once more, and then I'm going to take off and go see what the next map is. So as you can see there was one rotation. Most of the trash died, so now I'm off to the next level. See that it spires, so I'm going to come back to the group just to see if they need anything else dragged in and what their progress is like. It's pretty much all done, so because it spires, it would either needed to be spires or needed to be festering or even Battlefield. Geez, had a momentary blank. There was the other S tier map. So it needed to be an S tier map for us to continue. So now that we know that it spires, we're off to the next map. So now my job is just to gather mobs and make a stack. So I'm just throwing around my fissures, see if I can tag anything and bring it over. So there I happen to hit a stack of blues. They're too big to be attached to the horse, so I'm just going to flag them and then bring them over. So now we're just trying to find a spot at which to stack. So there they are there. As you can see, I couldn't latch them up. There's another yellow right there at the bottom. Very big mob types. So I'm just constantly going back, grabbing as much as I can and bringing to this new stack point for the Necro to blow up. So the group is stacking there. They'll be stomping onto the Necro's poison, and he'll be shooting through the middle onto the stack and blowing up as much as possible with the objective and the hope that we'll knock out at least one of the elites. So here we are, we're just gathering everything up. I'm going to push forward because the stack is already made. I'm going to see what's in front. Saw a few mobs there, tried to grab them, bring them back. A couple of them got caught on the pillar there. One thing you got to watch is the tight spaces. You got to keep them in line with the back of the horse, otherwise that can happen. So there again, I needed to swing out a little bit wider because the one guy got caught. One of the blue packs is almost dead, so I'm just going to charge forward again just to see what's up in front. Come across another bridge. I know that we now need to move all the way down, so I'm just coming back, dragging a little bit more, letting the group know that we're probably going to need to go for a long run. And so they're already starting to move because now it's my job just to bring all this stuff forward. So the only downside is if the barb has hooked a mob recently, I can't attach it to the back of the horse for a steed. So I gotta wait. So here it's off CD, so I drag it as far as possible. He kind of got hung up there as he was bouncing around. So now I'm just going to continue moving forward because my CD for a steed charge would then be on CD, so I couldn't just hook him up and pull him twice in a row. We have another yellow right there, but no point fighting on the bridge. You want to stop as infrequently as possible, so I'm just hooking up to the back of the horse. See, I got a little bit too far ahead, so he wasn't coming right away, so I went back just to drag him forward again. And now we're going to stop here at the end of the bridge, make a big stack, and get to work again. We're doing okay so far. We would really prefer to be further ahead, but we've had to move a few times, as well as the density's not that great. I accidentally hooked that guy and bring him back a little bit. But there's a lot of big guys here, so I'm just trying to pull as much forward as I can. So I'm trying to kite with the fisher. So I'm throwing the charges all the way back to kind of re-aggro it, standing within sight of them, if you will, and then just kind of grabbing them as they come up and bringing them into the stack. So it's getting pretty light that I could see in my last charge through. So I'm just going to come in here one last time, drop things off, and now I'm going to move forward. Well, I should have been moving forward. I saw there wasn't much back here. I guess I was just checking to make sure I got everything. I have everything. Now I'm going to move forward. Right there is a little bit of a tight space, but it is what it is. You can't do much about it. So I'm just moving forward, trying to find the next spot in which we should stack up. So this is opening up into another big room. So this is the next best spot for us to stack. This is a fair bit of trash, so we don't want to move too far. We're going to get near to the end of the map here. We're now quite a bit ahead. Our Necro was able to finish off the blues as well as the couple yellows that we had there, and there's still one more left. So I'm going to try to drag him into the middle there. Kind of got him through the pillars there. Should have taken a wider route, and yet I didn't learn my lesson. I tried that again, going through the middle. I should have went up to the top. That top elite there is a juggernaut. That's why I'm not trying to latch them. It just wouldn't work. And now they got that stack going on. So you can see the jug is still on the outside there. So the Necro is going to blow that up. And here's the end of the map like I predicted. So we're going to move through onto the next one. I find I do run into difficulty if you're on your steed when you come to just that exit and that exit only. It is problematic to get through. You need to dismount. At least I seem to need to dismount in order to get through. So now here, because we're so far ahead, I'm going to keep going. We haven't really got a pylon yet. I'm just exploring forward, find a conduit. I let the group know they're going to come flying down here and we're going to set up around the conduit. So we have the one set of blues. Generally, there's another set of elites or blues somewhere up around here. That's just generally the way the map goes. So there's another set of blues. I find that there. Going to start dragging stuff down. The barb is going to hook it down into here and make another stack. And we're just going to have the Necro clear up some of this trash. Ideally, we're at about 65%, give or take. So we want to try to spawn the boss off this. So I found another set of blues. So that'll give us 3 blues plus the elite that'll come out. So that'll be 4 plus all the progress that we're getting. We're going to be very close to spawn the boss. These guys are big and don't move that easily, which is kind of a pain. But we want to try to get them down the hill so that we can zap them. They're shielding, which is also a little bit unfortunate. The Necro by this point has made quick work of most of the trash there. As you can see, that is just a lot of blues. We get the main stack set that I was working on, those big guys with the shields down in. We pop it. The elite didn't want to come, so I run over, attach them with the steed, drag them to the middle, and now we're just sitting here nuking everything. So the objective for this part here is just don't die. You want to get the maximum benefit of conduit as you can. So we're just stacking up, letting it zap. The Necro and I only get 30 seconds as we don't wear flavors of time, whereas the ZDH and the Z-Barb get the flavor, so they'll have a minute of Condi. So we go through all that and we're at 96%. So now we're just scouting ahead and we want to spawn the boss as well as hopefully find a pylon. So on this map, there is occasionally a pylon in this room around the side of the exit there, as you can see. But unfortunately, and then up into the next room, it opens into a big room, and there would have been a pylon spawn there. But we've killed the trash too quickly, and unfortunately weren't able to spawn a pylon for the boss. So this is a one pylon map for us, or one pylon run. So now we have the Crusader King, who's not too bad. He's a little bit frustrating in the sense that if he starts that big mace swing, he's hard to stun. So you either have to stun early before he uses the animation, or you have to stun late. Additionally, he summons these skeletons, which aren't too bad to kill, but as a Crusader, any additional splash damage or any additional mobs that are stacked around the RG while you're going through your holy rotation do absorb some of the blows, and you don't get to deal as much damage. He also moves around a little bit, which sucks for the Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose, but overall, he's not the worst boss you can find. So there, as in a holy rotation, got a good stomp. The ads were pulled away, so it was a clean shot. So I think I took off about 20 or 30% there. And now I'm just stacking Stricken, waiting for my next holy. So it's on a 16-second timer. So there's my next holy. Stun, tried to move into the Oculus there. Thought I was going to get it, but there's a couple ads that were absorbing some of the blows, as well as I didn't get into the Oculus right away. So at this rate, he's only going to survive one more rotation. We got another Oculus spawn right there, and then into another holy cycle, stomp, and that's that. So that particular boss fight took just over a minute. I think it was a minute 20 for me to kill, which isn't too bad considering it's the Crusader King and without a power pylon like attack speed or actually attack power. It was a pretty good run considering we had to 3-map it. This was, I think, just over 8, maybe 9 minutes. And considering we had 3-map it, it wasn't too bad. We only got the one pylon, the conduit, which is huge. It would have been nice to get another pylon for the RG, but unfortunately that wasn't the way it was. We really should have went up through, like if you can see on my map over here, there's that exit. We should have really went up into that next room. There probably would have been a pylon down in the bottom right of that big room, because we spawned the conduit around 60-65%. And then when we were done using it, we were at 96%. So pylon has an increased chance to spawn. Every 1% of progress is a 3% chance towards spawning a pylon. So we got about 30-31%. So that would be high, like a low 90% odds that there would have been a pylon up around the corner. Whether that would have been a power or a speed, who knows? For all you know, it could have been a shield, which would have been useless for the RG. So this was our run that we had, and from the Crusader point of view. So really the job is just make stacks, scout ahead, don't block pylons as you go through. We didn't run into any of that. Unfortunately, there's only like on the Spires map, there's only really like one pylon location that would spawn there, and we didn't have the progression when we came across that spot. And then, so yeah, you want to scout ahead, don't block pylons. When you see a useful pylon like conduit, or power or the like, you got to let the group know, coordinate with them. We were all on comms, which made it easy. And then you just got to make groups, drag elites, keep moving forward. You don't want to sit in one spot too long. Even in this run, we were probably still a little bit too stagnant. The idea is on a map, generally speaking, we personally only try to do 2 or 3 stops, which means a lot of dragging. And so you just got to go back, grab as many, the horse can grab 3 or 4 mobs, just drag them forward, stack up, let the trash killer kill the trash. By the time he's done with the trash, you should already be in advance scouting ahead, find the next room or area that you're going to fight in, have something of a stack already built for as soon as they finish with that, the barb or demon hunter should come join you, relieve you, take aggro on the new stack. Go back, grab any elites or champions that are not yet dead, drag them forward, drop them off in the new pack, and rinse and repeat. And then when the Rift Guardian finally shows up, it's your time to shine. Hope for a power, because it's just a great feeling to get the power pylon, hit it in your holy rotation, just watch you chunk that RG. My best personal kill is about 35-37 seconds on an RG with power. I know that there's some RGKs who have more Paragon than me, so I'm now at 4,600, but at this time I was only at 37. I've seen some RGKs, so satyrs that are 5.5K, and just they get first holy rotation, they get a power and they're able to just finish the boss off in that single rotation. I'm almost there. I haven't actually got to play my Satyr lately in 4s, but it would just be fun to see just taking, erasing 100% of the RG's health in one rotation would just be phenomenal. Anyhow, I'm getting off topic, so this is the video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a good day.